my name is Chrono. And I have a pet dragon, so to speak. Yeah, if you saw one of my other videos, which I think I posted actually before this one, a bit weird that I posted the phoenix before the dragon, but I feel like it makes sense, so we're gonna go with this. I'm really excited about this one. Give me a minute. I cannot tell you how cool this is without probably talking your ear off. You're gonna be here for like maybe around 20 minutes or so, give or take, so buckle up anyway. I mean, you're here anyway, so. Yeah, sorry, this is a really cool thing. Now, there is some information which I do not know about this thing, and there's some that I do. I will provide you all with what I can, I'll tell you accordingly. Now, I will list a con with this thing right off the bat. It's not a big one, but it's still one that we all know and hate, and that's dusting. You are gonna wanna dust this thing a lot, because trust me, you get to see the dust. Another thing that I would note is there's a modification that I had to do to this thing. I will get to it soon. It's not that big of a deal, but if you have spare parts, it helps. If you don't, look to your other sets if you have them and see if you have this piece. And if you do, beautiful. Now then, let's get to the fun part, yeah? So this is the Hungarian Horntail. This shows up in the 3rd book of Harry Potter. No? No. Is it? My memory's failing me. I'm drawing a complete blank here. I know the book, I just don't remember which order it was. Oh man, wait. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm trying to trace through my memories here as to what in the world. Got it. Sorry, had the wrong one. It is, first one is the Philosopher's Stone. Second one's the Chamber of Secrets. The third one's the Prisoner of Azkaban. The fourth is the Goblet of Fire, which is where this is from. Right. Sorry about that. Had that bit of confusion there. Bit of a glitch. It happens. So, this is a Hungarian Horntail. Now, in the book, yeah, don't mind me. I'm still going to be dusting because I'm seeing dust here, and I'm annoyed at past me for not doing proper dusting here. Why did you do this? Why? Okay. So, where to begin with this? So, this, much like Fox the Phoenix, was a set that was made that has mechanical aspects. And quite frankly, it is a really beautiful, beautiful set. The color palette for this was well thought out. In addition to that, there's the idea of how beautiful a design for this is made. Another thing that I will also note is these wings. Feel really nice. It's a bit annoying to dust them. Bit of a heads up with there. Be mindful of that if you have one of these, or if you're planning on getting one of these, for that matter. And yeah, all right. So hang on. It's okay. I didn't break it. So here we have a beautiful thing for Harry Potter and a Nimbus 2000, I believe, broomstick. He's got a little jersey that says Potter on the back. I don't know if you can see. If you can't, I apologize. My camera's not doing that well. I apologize for that. But this is for when he ends up joining the Tri-Wizard tournament, when he's not supposed to. And I will say this. This is a really cool figure, considering his age at the time. He's like a kid. Also, I'm noticing, this is a really cool hair mold. I don't see this often. That's really cool to see. Now, I believe there's two faces, a smirk, and then there's a serious face. But yeah, there's that. He's got his wand. And I love how they set up the broom here. They have this little piece here to simulate flight, which he can stay on, like so. Now, there are multiple games and multiple trials in the Tri-Wizard tournament. Now, one of these is where you have to deal with a dragon. So, different schools come together for a tournament. And the victor is the winner, obviously. It's a bunch of magic and stuff like that. There's different challenges and trials you have to deal with, and by dealing with those, you get to progress further. Now, the person who's able to complete the trials with the most points becomes the winner. I don't remember all the trials. I remember there's one in the lake, I remember there's one with dragons, and I remember one with a maze. I think this actually may be the first trial, because the second trial is the one in the lake. And the one in the lake, you learn more about that one through this. This is a golden egg that is guarded by the dragon in the challenge. Now, the goal of this challenge is you have a dragon to deal with. And it's guarding this egg. So you have to go into this arena and get this egg while not getting flambéed by a dragon. Here's the best part. I think there is, the way they do the process is, here's another thing. You pick which dragon you have to deal with. And that says, oh, that doesn't sound too bad, except for the part where, the dragons are in a bag. There's small little versions of the dragons that are in the bag. I don't know if it's through they shrink them or not with a spell or whatever. I also don't know how they managed to keep them all alive and from killing each other in the bag. I don't know. But they do that, and the way it works is when it's your time to do the thing, if you manage to get selected for that for whatever reason, you reach into the bag and you had to grab a dragon and you pull it out of the bag, and whatever that dragon is the one you had to deal with for the challenge. Harry has to deal with the Hungarian Horntail. Now, from what I remember about this thing is a very aggressive and very brutal thing to deal with. So, yeah, Harry had his work cut out for him for that one. Yeah. And this thing, it got nuts. Like, I think he actually left the arena. The thing broke its chain and chased him halfway across the Hogwarts grounds. Good grief. But yeah, enough of that jabber. let's get to the thing. Yeah, I apologize if I jabber on about that. Partially not. Oh well. So this has mechanical stuff, and it's able to do this. Like the Fox the Phoenix set, you can flap the wings. Whoopsie. And if you're not careful, you can kind of break this thing. You can do that and flap the wings, which is really nice. I love the detail that was put into this. Now there is posability. These legs can move. These feet can move. And the claws can be positioned how you wish. It's really cool to see how they did that. And I'm glad they did. You get the little talons set up like so. I love how they had one of these pieces where you could have a hole in it so you can go and apply one of these spikes pieces in like so, which is really nice. There's beautiful pieces here. Look at this flame, for example. There's blue flames that start out for like the beginning of the flame, and then there's this at the end, and I really think that's a beautiful, beautiful piece to have for the set. Whoops. Now, in terms of posability, this thing cannot turn its head side to side, but it can go up and down, like so. The jaw can open and shut, and I think I imagine if you take out the flame piece, it can go and close it even more. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. The tail is really cool. There is an issue with it. I will get to that. So there's a ball joint here, which can be seen here. And it can turn like so. I would be careful, don't be stupid with it. But yeah, they have this piece here to help make it so it doesn't just go like blah or whatever. There are these hinge pieces here, like so. Then there's a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, which gives you beautiful posability here. Now, here's the part where stuff is annoying. Now, when I first got this set, one of the things I did have an issue with was this piece right here. And the reason why is it pop off. Now, the reason why was because of the connection issue, which I fixed. And the way I fixed it was this piece. It is a 1x1 stud with a hole in it. Because watch, you have it like so. Way too easy to come off. But with this, whoopsie, if I can not fumble it, provides a bit more grip. It is a lot more stable. So, tip, if you have one of these pieces and you make sure it matches up like a gray one, like I have so, like a dark gray, that'll be fine. A black one will also be sufficient. You do that, you apply it here, you're not gonna have issues with it. I do love, my sister is trying to deal with her cat who's not listening to her at all. This is a really cool thing that they did here. I love how they worked in the tail thing, because this is the Hungarian Horntail, and I guess this is example as to why. And I think this is a brutal weapon at that too, I think. But my God, this is just a really, really pretty set. You do have to dust it. So I'd be mindful of that. Another thing that I will also note is one of the things that they did beautifully well is the stand here. With the Fox the Phoenix set, they had like a perch, but this one they had to go and they simulated the arena and the rocky terrain that was that they had there for the arena, which is really cool. Another thing that I will note, yes, I know that I'm actually ripping off its legs right now. Don't mind me. I'm doing something here. So I actually saw a trailer about this, and what they did was they actually removed it from the stand, and they did a stop motion animation, and they had it like so we could do it this and all that whatnot. They figured out a way to make it work, which is really cool to see. And part of me is tempted to modify this thing. In fact, I might do a short on that later. I might do a short, I might do another video later with this thing. I don't know yet. But if I do, I'm sure you will see a notification. But they did this, so they took it off the stand, they removed part of the thing so that we could manipulate it how they wanted, and then they made a movie with it where they recreated the scene where Harry was flying away from the Hungarian Horntail. And it was really cool to see. Granted, I was going to buy this thing anyway because I had to. And, I mean, just look at this. Dude. Hold on. One. Look at this wingspan. That is impressive and beautifully horrific. Beautifully horrific. That's a, I feel like that's an oxymoron. Is that an oxymoron? Is it? Maybe. My point still stands. This is beautifully horrifying. And the way that they executed it is so beautiful. It is so, it's really nice to see. I love it so. So I will absolutely give praise to this. And another thing I would like to mention is the price. The price of this thing is fairly cheap. $40, give or take. So it's around the same price as the Fox the Phoenix set. So, $40, you get a beautiful display piece and a beautiful model of a Hungarian Horntail. That's amazing. There is a sticker. No, there's 3. There are these eye things, so these stickers for the eyes, and there's a sticker for the plaque, which I forgot to mention. Hungarian Horntail. And I don't particularly like stickers, but hey, I would make sure, especially if you have a kid and you get this for your kid, 1, make sure that it's safe. 2, make sure you take care of the stickers yourself, because I don't think you want to have this be an issue where they mad later, because this is a beautiful set, but this is also, excuse me, belch. This is also a set that is not made anymore, which sucks, because it's a beautiful piece. And I'm glad that I was able to get my hands on it when I did. Because, my word, this is just beautiful. So, I would recommend getting your hands on one of these if you can. eBay, probably maybe your best bet. And if you can, go for it. This is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. The posability is nice. And I know there's some people who are going to go and try and modify this thing. And when they do, oh boy, watch out, because they're going to come in swinging with it, and it's going to be grand. I'm actually really tempted to modify this thing myself. I've made modifications on stuff, like I talked about Captain Rex's ATTE. The video's not out yet on my channel, but when it does, you'll see what I've done. I'm really proud of that work that I did there. And if I could do something with this, that'd be incredible. It's a bit of a challenge. I'm tempted to do it, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to, because this is just beautiful on its own. There's other sort of stuff that I have modified, though, of course. Don't worry. I'll still show off that stuff for sure. General Grievous' wheel bike. I got that thing. I've modified that thing. I love how it looks. And I'm very, very much so looking forward to showing that off. But this I had to share. So, yeah. All right, I'm looking at the clock now. I gotta wrap this up. So, Would I buy this? Absolutely. This is gorgeous, especially considering the fact that this does justice to a lot of the stuff. I think this is also scale, too, compared to a minifigure as well, which is another funny thing. And it's definitely better than the other set, because there is a Triwizard Tournament scene for, like, Harry, and there's scenes where you can do stuff that LEGO made. And the Hungarian Horntail build that they did for that one, like the smaller set, it just doesn't do justice, and the head mold does not work at all. So, would I recommend this one instead? Absolutely. And I'm thinking back to the original Hungarian Horntail build that they did. I swear, if you have that thing, bravo to you. That is an old piece, but it is classic. This just goes to show how long and how far we've come with LEGO. And I really love to see how this is an example of that. Again, get one of these things, get a 1x1 stud with a hole in it, so you can add it to the tail here to make this stay on a lot better, be a lot more structurally sound. You're good. Would I recommend getting this? Yes. Would I look around for $40 for this thing? Yes. Is there an issue with this thing? But that can easily be fixed. And 2, make sure you're good at dusting. Take care of this. This is a beautiful set. It does not deserve to just be left to, like, just be covered in dust. So, aside from that, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Thank you for all watching. If indeed you still are, make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification bell, so that way you know when I'm posting, and you know what's going on with my stuff, my channel, all that whatnot. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for stopping by. Ta-ta for now.